Pisces, welcome to Carol's Universe Tarot readings from the heart. So we're going to do your Valentine. Well, it's kind of like a Valentine's reading. I mean, it's Valentine's obviously February, but yeah, it's a love reading. So we're going to do two of them though in one. The first one I'm going to focus on is how your partner feels about you. Okay, this is for those of you who either have a present partner, you might be prospecting someone as a partner, talking to someone, prospecting them. You have to have some form of a relationship with this person though. Okay, has to be some form of a relationship with this person, or this is somebody who is a former partner. Okay. And that's your first reading. Your second reading is going to be purely for singles. That's your second reading, and it's time stamped down below when that single reading starts. Also on the credits, you get to know when the reading starts as well. So some of you guys probably haven't even looked at the credits and just gone skip the credits straight into the reading. Anyway, so for the how does your partner feel about your reading? We're using an absolutely stunning deck of cards that I love. It's the Bonfire Tarot by Gabby Angus West. It's just phenomenal. Really love these cards. They're so beautiful to use. I've got these just a few weeks back because I'm waiting for another deck to come, which is called the Next World Tarot, but just waiting ages for that one to be dispatched from America. It's beautiful deck, so I got these instead, and I really am happy that I got these. The other cards that we're using for the singles reading is the Druid Craft Tarot deck, which is stunning. I've got two decks of these actually. The first deck I bought of these was about 4 years ago when I started the channel, and I don't know why I didn't use them because they're absolutely beautiful. And I got this about 2 weeks, about 10 days, 2 weeks ago, something like that. And it's just a stunning deck, love it. And we might use some oracle cards. I say might because I keep saying on the channel, the other signs I've done prior to this one, I've said, oh, we're going to do, an oracle card reading with it as well. And then I forget, so I say we might. We've got the Whispers of Love and the Romance Angels as well that we might use. Doreen Virtue and the Whispers of Love one here as well, which I've not used these before. And we'll also possibly use maybe the soulmate cards as well. But I only use those cards if the reading turns out really well and it's obvious that you and this partner are really 100% for each other. So let's put the other cards aside, and we're going to open up because of a beautiful booklet. And the cards, I'm telling you, oh, they're just a dream. I really like using these a lot. I've actually had some really nice cards over the last few months and weeks that I've bought. And I just love them. They're just so beautiful. All right, let's get these out of the way. Okay. And, yeah, we'll put these over here. Okay. So, we're going to shuffle the cards. We're going to start shuffling the cards, okay, this way, because I need to put them down that way. So Universe Spirit, show me, who is the partner of Pisces? Who are they in their life right now? The partner of Pisces, who is this person in their life right now in position 1? This is position 1 here, okay, and what are this partner's strengths? What are this partner's strengths as a person? What are this partner's strengths as a person? Position 2. And what are their weaknesses as a person in position 3? What are their weaknesses as a person in position 3? Okay. And how do they feel about Pisces? How does the partner feel about Pisces? How does the partner feel about Pisces? And remember, this can be a current partner, a past partner, or somebody that you're speaking to, you're prospecting. Okay. And how does Pisces feel about this partner? How does Pisces feel about this partner? How does Pisces feel about this partner? Okay. And can you tell me what are the strengths in the relationship between Pisces and this individual? What are the strengths in the relationship between Pisces and this individual? And what are the weaknesses? So what's the weakness in this relationship between Pisces and this individual? What's the weakness in the relationship between Pisces and this individual? Okay. And what is the potential for a health and happiness in the relationship? What is the potential for a healthy, happy relationship between Pisces and this person? That monitor looks slightly, I think it's alright, it just looks slightly lopsided to me. I think it's okay. I hope it's not lopsided. I hate lopsided screens. I'm just going to try and move this a little bit because it just looks slightly looks slightly lopsided. What's on the other side? And then what's this here? Okay. Sorry, I'm just looking this. Oh no, it's my hand, isn't it? There. Yeah. Let me just move a little bit here. Okay. I think that's okay. And what is the overall analysis of this relationship between Pisces and the partner? What's the overall analysis of this relationship between Pisces and this partner in position 9? And what is the overall outcome for the month? So where are things heading for February going into March concerning Pisces and this person? All right, that one wanted to come out, so we're going to put that one down there. I don't know what that was, but we'll have a look at that in a moment. Okay. So we've shuffled our cards, we'll put those there, and let's have a look then. So, who are they in their life right now? They are the lovers. Wow, they're the lovers. Okay, so I feel right now this person is very close to someone, because, you know, one thing that I realise with the lovers energy showing here is that one big thing I realised that we could say with the lovers as a card when we're describing someone, yeah, they're a lover. They're very committed, they're in love, they're in union, heart, mind, body, soul with another individual. But also they're very close to someone. Look how close they are. So when I looked at that, I thought we could use the word close on the lovers. So I feel right now they're very close to an individual, probably you. Depends on what this card is here. I think that they're in love. The partner looks to be in love with the lover's energy. And it looks to me that they are in such a close relationship, because the lovers shows two people entwined in a very close embrace. So I feel that this person is in love, and they're very, very close to whoever it is that they're in love with right now, which is possibly you, Pisces. What is their strength as an individual? Their strength is in the Seven of Swords. So I think that their strength is in finding... You know, the Seven of Swords is a tricky, tricky card, and it's really hard not to look at the card and talk about a lie. So when you get the Seven of Swords... Sometimes when you get this card, this is the liar card, this is the deceiver. So their strengths might be one of deception. Because as a strength, the Seven of Swords is extraordinarily clever when you get the Seven of Swords. This is somebody who can be very smart, very manipulative. The Seven of Swords energy, this is somebody who knows how to go underneath the radar. So this is why it's the card of the thief. Knows how to get into all of those nooks and crannies without getting seen or getting found out. So they might have, you know, if we just look at the word Seven of Swords and who the Seven of Swords is, this is a master thief. This is somebody who's able to get away with a lot without getting detected or getting seen. And their strengths are in perhaps some of those qualities, where the Seven of Swords is this person's very good at getting away with stuff. They're very good at putting the wool over other people's eyes. It might not even be a bad thing, but that's what the Seven of Swords really is. It's when you're really good at getting yourself out of scrapes, getting yourself out of situations very, very successfully. But this takes, you know, cleverness. It takes a strategy. This person's really probably quite a good strategizer. They're very good at forward thinking. They're very good at devising plans of action as to how they are going to be successful in whatever the situation is. So the Seven of Swords isn't always about deception. Sometimes this represents somebody who's extraordinarily agile, especially mentally agile, somebody who's very clever, somebody who's forward thinking, somebody who's always thinking about a plan of how they're going to achieve something with the Seven of Swords energy. So I just think that this person is extraordinarily clever and intelligent. I'm seeing a very intelligent individual with the Seven of Swords, and very smart individual with the Seven of Swords. What's their weakness? Oh God, the Magician. Alright, so I don't really like the Seven of Swords and the Magician, because this person, the Magician and the Seven of Swords, can sometimes be somebody who's two-faced. It's like the Moon and the Magician. What they show you something with the Magician energy, but they're often hiding what's underneath with the Seven of Swords, you know. It's funny that those cards should really come up for this individual. Their weakness is the Magician. So their weakness is about initiation. All right, I feel that this person's really smart. I think you're dealing with a really smart, really kind of, their strengths are in being able to manipulate situations as well with the Seven of Swords energy. Their strength is in being able to get away with certain situations, go undetected within situations with the Seven of Swords. Their strength is in finding out information as well, very easily without getting caught with the Seven of Swords. Because all sword people are researchers. So when you get a sword person, they're always looking for information, but they're doing it on the down low, like the Page of Swords. There might be kind of, you know, Page of Swords going into your Four of Coins, for example. Somebody's trying to find out about what you've got hidden. So this is somebody who's infiltrating with the Seven of Swords and the Four of Coins. They might be infiltrating your, you know, your family security, your passwords, your online stuff. That type of thing, especially with the Seven of Cups being in the cloud and the Four of Coins being locking away stuff in the cloud. And then you've got the Seven of Swords, somebody who's trying to infiltrate what's going on in your online accounts and stuff like that. So this is a master, you know, this is, I'm not saying that calling them a deceiver, but though I do feel that there is a little bit of deception that comes with this person, because their weakness is in the Magician. The Magician is a card about initiation, creation, cause and effect. But the Magician is really about getting things started, and their weakness might be in terms of getting things initiated and started. So they might say certain things, but they might not do it because their weak spot is the Magician. All right, it's not their strength. If their strength with the Magician, their strength would be in the power to create, the power of intention, the power of thought, the power of visualization and making things happen. Their power, their strength would be in creating something out of nothing, spontaneity, communication with the Magician energy. But it's in the weak spot, so they're probably not very good at these things. They're very good with the Seven of Swords, I think, being their strength at kind of forward planning. You know, manipulating something, or with the Seven of Swords energy, calculation, and with the Seven of Swords energy, their strengths are in how they are able to go under the radar, go undetected when they need to do something. It's all about putting the wool over people's eyes. But their weakness is in the Magician energy. It's almost like their weakness is creating something from nothing. They might be able to put the first stages into effect of a plan, but it's whether they can actually start to initiate that, maybe with the Magician. Maybe their weakness is their confidence. Confidence within the self as well, because the Magician energy represents to have the confidence to create things from scratch, to have the confidence to know that you've got all of the resources there to do that, all of the skills, all of the talents, that type of thing. To me, this person looks a bit like hot air to me, because their strength is in the Seven of Swords and yet their weakness is in the Magician. You know, which is really, really interesting, because this is the action card. So the Magician is all about the actions that we take, and their weakness is taking action. So I think that their weakness, this person's weakness, is taking action. Their strength is all of the ideas that they've got and how they're going to do stuff, because they're quite clever. They're quite tactful as well with the Seven of Swords energy. They're mentally quite agile. They're really, really intelligent, this individual is. They know how to get themselves out of a scrape. But the problem is, their weakness is in actually taking action, probably on that Seven of Swords energy. Whatever it is that they devise with the Seven of Swords, they probably don't take action on with the Magician energy showing here. How do they feel about you? The Two of Swords. I feel that this person is in two minds. But they're the lovers, so they're obviously very close to someone here. And for some reason, I don't think it's necessary. I mean, it depends really. They could be very close to you, but why then are they in two minds? Because if you are the lovers, you're in love. You're in a very close, very secure relationship with another individual. You're loved up, basically, with the lover's energy. But with the Two of Swords, how do they feel about you? Well, they might feel that they're facing a decision on you, Pisces. They might be in two minds about you with the Two of Swords energy. And I'm likely to think that how they feel about you. And also with the Two of Swords energy showing here, the heart is blocked. So the flow of emotion is blocked as well. So I'm thinking several things with this person. I feel number one with the Two of Swords, this person is in two minds about you, Pisces, okay? I think number two, with this person, I think that they're very open, they're keeping an open mind as well. Two of Swords can be in two minds, or it can mean that you're keeping an open mind. So it might be that they're keeping an open mind because they're not emotionally attached to you, because the Two of Swords means emotional blockage. The heart is being blocked with the Two Swords across the hands crossing the chest. So this person could be in two minds, but they're also, even if they're in two minds, they're just keeping an open mind concerning you. Probably because they're not emotionally connecting to you with that Two of Swords energy showing here. Okay, maybe there's somebody else, because they are showing as being in love. And what are your feelings towards this person? The Six of Coins. I feel that with this person, you feel a sense of, I don't know how to explain it, because when you feel the Six of Coins for someone, you feel a sense of wanting to share with that individual. There's a need to share. You feel a generosity of spirit. And I feel that there is a generosity of spirit concerning you and this individual. Despite this person kind of keeping an open mind about you because they're in a little bit of two minds, probably because they've not really emotionally connected yet, which is why I think that this is probably somebody who you've not been with for a very long time. This might be for some of you guys, Pisces, somebody who you're prospecting, or this might be somebody who you've been seeing for probably less than 2 years, maybe less than 2-3 years. I think if it goes beyond the 2-3 year stage, then you've got real problems with this individual, because if you've been with somebody for 5 or 6 years, they certainly shouldn't be like this. If they're still in the relationship with you now, they certainly shouldn't be feeling that Two of Swords. They should have got this. They should be feeling the Lovers. All right, it should be the Lovers that they feel, not the Two of Swords. So this looks to me like somebody who's been with you probably a short amount of time, at the most 3 years, at the very most I would probably say 3 years on this. But just because they're keeping an open mind on you, they're on two minds, and that's because they're not emotionally connecting to you. All right, so there's not so they're kind of like, I don't know whether I love this person or not. I don't know whether I can love this person or not, because I'm not emotionally feeling it with Pisces. But I'm going to keep an open mind on the situation I think this person feels. But for you, it almost feels like you give this person the benefit of the doubt, because your feelings towards them are one of generosity, one of giving, one of understanding. For you, it's give and take type of thing. So you take what they give and you hope that they, you know, take what you give to them and that type of thing. I think that your feelings towards them are, again, almost open again with that Six of Coins. So I think it's almost like you give this person the benefit of the doubt with the Six of Coins energy. What are the strengths in your relationship with this person? The Tower. I think that with this person, there are always surprises with the Tower energy, with the Tower, because the Tower is a surprise card and it's the unexpected. So when you get the Tower card showing up, you know, you never know what's going to come around the corner. And in a way, there's the spontaneity of the Tower as well. So I think that the strength within this relationship is that you never know what's around the corner. You never know what this partner's going to give you. But it's a good way with the Tower. So it just means that nothing becomes boring and staid within the relationship. It's almost like the strength within the relationship is something that's quite fresh with the Tower, because you never know what you're going to get. It might be, you know, the partner phones you up and says, we're going to Paris for the weekend, for example, or we're going to do this for the weekend. Or you might go to the partner and say, yeah, I've booked us tickets to go and see this band or that band, out of the blue, because the Tower is out of the blue. So I feel that the strength in this relationship is the spontaneity at times that happens in the relationship, never really knowing the surprises that happen in the relationship, just out of the blue. Perhaps the Tower is also sex and the spark that you have with each other with the Tower energy, because I do feel that there is still, and because the Tower represents ejaculation, I do actually feel that there might be very much a sexual spark in the relationship. The Tower can also represent a relationship that is, what's the word, very tempestuous. So it might be the strengths in the relationship or the tempestuousness of the relationship. The fact that the relationship at one moment can be smooth, but at the other end can be filled with lots of kind of arguments and that type of thing. And that might be, for some people, that's how they roll. For some people, they like to be in a tempestuous relationship because it keeps it alive. What is the weakness, though, in this relationship? Well, the emotional satisfaction with the Ten of Cups. For some of you guys, the weakness might be each other's families. Maybe the families don't get along with the Ten of Cups. For some of you guys with this Ten of Cups energy, it might be just feeling, and you know, especially if the strength is the tempestuousness of the relationship and the unexpected surprise element of the relationship, where anything can happen at any one time in the relationship, and it's like, whoa, wow, that's nice, that's interesting. And I think that this is why you kind of give this partner the benefit of the doubt, and why the partner kind of, because I just get the impression when I look at these, and you can get, you know, relationships that are based on all sorts of things. Relationships are not just about love. You know, they're not just about the Ten of Cups. Relationships aren't, because the Ten of Cups is the settling down card. It's like feeling just comfortable in each other's presence. It might be the weakness is something to do with external family members, because the Ten of Cups, Ten of Coins can be about the extended family. So the weakness might be about extended family or extended friendships, or people around you are saying, what are you doing in this relationship? Don't you know this, this, this and this? But also the Ten of Cups is about just settling down and feeling comfortable just to sit with each other on a sofa, watching TV over the weekend with your slippers on and just being comfortable and feeling that contentment in just being nice and comfortable in a relationship. But I don't feel, just looking at these cards, that this is how you and this person roll, because your strength isn't in that. It's in the Tower. It's in the volatile energy in the relationship. It's in the tempestuousness of the relationship, the up and down, the rocky times, the energy, the sex, perhaps, for some of you guys. The fact that things could happen at any one time. There's a slight nervous energy, I think, around this relationship, and it's exciting. And I think that this is why you feel the Six of Coins for this person, that you almost want to give this person, there's a generous spirit that you feel towards this person, which in turn probably, I think, we can feed that through to saying that there's a certain level of openness on your part and understanding on your part. The same as this person here, in a way, where this person here, how they feel about you is in two minds, but they're going to keep their options open, because at the end of the day they're not emotionally connecting with you, but they still keep their options open concerning you. So you're still an option, you're still on the table, even though they're not, because this isn't about this person emotionally connecting to you. All right, I don't think this person loves you, but I think that this person enjoys the energy of the relationship, and I think that you're very kind of receptive and open to that, and you're quite willing to give the benefit of the doubt. It's almost like this is something that you've not really even thought about with the love. You just thought about the energy of the relationship, and that will kind of do for the time being, if that makes any sense. But they're showing as being in love. I'm going to clarify that card, because that can be choice or love, but they're showing as being close to someone. I'm going to see who it is, because I don't think it's you. I think it's somebody else. What is the potential for a healthy relationship? Happy, healthy relationship? Well, no. Can you see? The Nine of Swords came down on it. So, no. There isn't potential for a happy, healthy... Not on any level. Because Nine of Swords would never be a happy or a healthy relationship. The potential is for worry. Sleepless nights with the Nine of Swords energy. And I'd bet my bottom dollar that... Well, it's going to be the both of you, because this person is kind of in two minds about you. They're not emotionally connected to you, but they're still willing to keep an open mind on the situation because it's fun. The relationship with the Tower is fun. You know, there's lots of things that just roll out of the blue, things that you don't expect to happen. And it's kind of that adrenaline. Also, the Tower is about an adrenaline rush. So, you know, the strength in a relationship is all about you guys running on the adrenaline. There's nothing to do with love. You're not even scratching the surface of love here. It's all about this relationship running on adrenaline. And it's kind of like some of you guys just like that energy. But happy and healthy relationship, if you're to go any deeper, no chance. And also, I think that you feel generous towards this person. You're hoping that this person's going to be receptive to that. Which means to me, Pisces, at some point you're going to want something more from this individual. But I don't think that this person can, because I think that their weakness is in taking action. They're very clever, though, with the Seven of Swords. And their cleverness is what keeps you enticed with the Six of Coins. What is the overall analysis of this relationship, then? There you go. You've seen it for yourself. Now, I just shuffle the freaking cards, don't I? Do you know what I mean, Pisces? All I do is shuffle the cards. I'm not thinking anything. There's nothing there. There's no hope for this relationship. Star in the reverse. This relationship, you can't manifest anything good through it because, you know, but, you know, let's put it into context. If one of you at one stage is going to want more, you're not going to get it because one of you doesn't want to give more, and it will be the partner. Because they're emotionally connected to someone else. Because they're showing as being close to someone with the Lover's energy. And I want to see who it is that they're close to. Let me just see what this is. Let me just see if I can get the Lenormand on this. No. Let's do the small tarot, actually. We'll do a small tarot on it. If I can find my small tarot cards. We'll use the Celtic Cross tarot. They're a bit dark, though. Dark in colour, that is. Let's have a look at who this partner is. It's not you, that's the thing. Because they're showing as being the Lovers right now. But it's not reversed. Which, if this was you, they would be showing as the Lovers reversed. What do you mean that this person is the Lovers? What do you mean that this person is the Lovers? In two cards. But then the Lovers can mean to love something. Okay. Right, the Ace of Cups and the Magician. That's interesting. I think that they have feelings for... The Magician showed up again. I think that this is a person, this Magician energy. I feel that this person has feelings. With the Ace of Cups, it's all about having feelings. And I think those feelings are for a Magician. I think that the Magician represents a person. I think this person is dynamic with the Magician. Who is the Magician? This could be a Virgo or a Gemini individual, male or female. The Magician is genderless. So I think that they're in love with, could it be a Gemini or a Virgo individual? They're very close to a Gemini or a Virgo person with that Magician energy showing there, I feel. Okay. who is the magician, I asked? This might be somebody that they're contacting from afar. Three of Wands. So they might be in contact. This person might live in another country, for example, or live, you know, in a far distance, because Three of Wands is often abroad. So it might be you're contacting somebody abroad. I think that they're in contact with somebody abroad, personally, showing here. I think the magician is a person. I think they're in love, or they're very close to a magician. This is a very spontaneous, very savvy individual. This is a Virgo or a Gemini, male or female. They could be bisexual, who knows. I doubt that they're bisexual. But then it depends, like, if you're female, this will be a male. If you're male, this will be a female. If you're gay, this will be a man. If you're lesbian, this will be a woman, whatever it is. But, you know, this person might be in love with a magician, showing here. And I think it's going to be either a Gemini or a Virgo person. The magician is genderless. But the magician is ruled by Mercury, I think. And I think Mercury, the planet Mercury rules the earth and the air signs, which is Virgo and Gemini. So this is either a Virgo or a Gemini person, potentially. Somebody that they've been contacting quite a few times. They've been talking to quite a bit. It might be through, I don't know, it might be also the Three of Wands is networking. So they might be networking with a community of people, for example, with the Three of Cups energy. Because you got threes there, so this is more than one person, for example. So I think that this person might be in love, or they might be very close, because I'm seeing them being very close to someone, and it might be that they're in love with a magician. It could be Virgo, Capricorn, Virgo or a Gemini individual, and it might be that they are networking with this person through a group of people, for example. So this person that they network, that they're very close to, could be involved in maybe this is someone they work with, for example, or someone that's a part of a group of people that they're with. All right. And that's why they're not, because I think that they're connected probably to somebody else, showing here. I think that this partner of yours is, which is why I don't think that this relationship is that long. I think that this is somebody who you've known for a short amount of time. It could be, it's between, you know, 0 months to 3 months, I would say, up until at the very most 3 years, I would say. But I don't think this is a really, really long-term relationship. This might be somebody that you kind of know. This might be someone that you just kind of know, and you're for a lot of you guys, it will be that you're prospecting this person, all right? Because what I'm seeing here is that, you know, this person is keeping their options concerning you open. They're in two minds about you. They've not made an emotional connection to you, but they're keeping their options concerning you. And what I think that you feel for them is the Six of Coins. The act of generosity is the act of understanding, giving the benefit of the doubt. Because this person, I just get the impression for some of you guys, you might not even know this person that well. But I feel that the strength is the sparks that fly when you're together as well with the Tower. I think if you don't know them that well, you talk to them quite a bit, you like each other, it's the magnetism, it's the sparks that fly. It's, when you get the Tower, sometimes you get shook by an individual. So this person gives you butterflies, that type of thing. So I think it's the energy that is created when you're together. But the weakness is literally, you know, being in a happy, contented relationship. Because for some of you guys, you don't know each other that well. And the most likely outcome for a happy, healthy relationship is going to be the Nine of Swords. And I want to see why it's the Nine of Swords. Why is it the Nine of Swords in 2 cards? Why is it the Nine of Swords in 2 cards? Well, there you go. The Three of Swords, which can be disappointment or third-party situations. No, I think that some of you are going to be quite hurt because this person, probably with the Four of Swords, is going to withdraw. The Three of Swords is all about getting hurt, and the Four of Swords is all about withdrawal. All right. It might be also that this leads to hurt because the Four of Swords can be a bed, for example. So it might be that this person is sleeping with other people, for example. Three of Swords is third party. So it might be that the overall outcome for health and happiness might not occur. Number one, because some of you guys are going to get hurt, probably when this person withdraws, or vice versa. I think it'll be you getting hurt more than likely because they're keeping their options open. I especially feel if this person keeps their options open, they're in two minds about you, they've not made an emotional connection, but they're keeping their options open. It'll be because of this energy. They're very close to someone else. They're offering love, or they've got this overswelling of emotional feeling for a magician, somebody who really does spark their interest. possibly a Gemini or a Virgo individual, or this is somebody who's really got the gift of the gab, somebody who they're highly attracted to. But also, you know, this person they might be contacting from afar. This person might be a part of a group. This person might be a friend that they've been talking to for a long time, or they're a part of a working group, or a group of people or friends that they know. So I get the impression that this is somebody that they've known for quite a while here, which might be why also they've not really connected with you, because, you know, they could have a choice between two people, you and this individual, or they've not really made an emotional connection to you. They're uncertain about where the relationship's going to go with you, and they're keeping their options open. And it might be, therefore, as a result of that, the potential for a happy, healthy relationship, Pisces, is the worry card of the Nine of Swords energy, because you might be worrying that you're going to get your heart broken, that this person's going to retreat, they're not going to show any interest, or it might be that the overall outcome, you know, in terms of the health and happiness of the relationship, is that you don't get that. You get upset because this person might be sleeping with the Nine of Swords energy with a third party. Could be this individual here, the Magician, for example. And therefore, I just feel the overall analysis is that with the star energy, there isn't really any great potential for this relationship with the star energy. And I think that this might be a fairly recent relationship, at the most 3 years old probably, but I think it's fairly recent. That's the overall analysis. What's the overall outcome, though, of the relationship showing up here? Well, the Moon, there's a great deal of uncertainty as the overall outcome. It's not saying yes and it's not saying no, but I certainly feel with the Moon energy. And also when you get the Moon energy as an overall outcome in a relationship, all is not as it seems. All right, so it might be the overall outcome between February and March. Sorry, between at the end of February going into March, is that the overall outcome for those months is things may not be as they seem in the overall outcome with that Moon energy showing there. All right, and I think because it's coming from this place where you are the Six of Coins, you feel the Six of Coins, you feel like you want to give something to this person, you feel like you need to be generous and show them how much you care and show them that you've got time for them and this, that and the other. But it's all a ploy really on your part here, because, you know, there's a reason for doing a Six of Coins, especially when somebody doesn't really need a Six of Coins. I mean, this person's in two minds. They've not really opened their heart to you, but they're going to keep their options open because they're kind of like, they've got somebody else that they're interested in, they're very close to, but they probably don't know what the fuck's going on there, to be perfectly honest with you. They probably don't know what's going on in that particular relationship. They're keeping you kind of on tap, options open, and you're thinking, right, well, my feelings for this person is that, you know, if I give to this person, if I show them, if I give them my time, if I show them that I'm really interested in them, it's going to probably lead to something else, because we do have this spark here. But the potential for health and happiness is probably a no with the Nine of Swords. Well, it is a no with the Nine of Swords, because it's either that this is all about you being worried that they're going to leave or going to retreat on you, withdraw with the Four of Swords, or you're worried that they're going to be or, you know, the overall outcome is it's because they're sleeping with other people with the Three of Swords energy showing there, you know. And therefore, what you're hoping for is in this area here, Pisces. But the overall outcome from that might be by the end of the month going into March, all is not as it seems. So if you're thinking that you're going to kind of get somebody's interest through, you know, the value, because the Six of Coins is also value. So your feelings are that you value this individual, but I don't think this person values you as much as you value them. And therefore, the overall outcome is where things are heading, things are not all that they seem. So you might be valuing this person because you're not seeing the other areas of who they are. They might be perfectly amiable and nice and all the rest of it and show some attentiveness, but it's not because of love and it's not because of feeling. It's because you've got this spark between each other, which is why I imagine that this person keeps you as an option with the Two of Swords, because they recognise that there is a spark, and also because this person that they're very close to might be very far away, for example. All right, they might be networking with them from far away, for example. They might be a part of a group or something like that. All right, though they're very close to this individual, it might not be so easy to infiltrate this relationship with this person. All right, especially if it's not a case of them sleeping with this person. But all the same, this person could be sleeping with other people, because the Three of Swords is others. You know, Three of Swords is third parties, and they might be sleeping with third parties, with other people. And that's why you can't have a happy and healthy person. And their strength is in the Seven of Swords. So now I think that their strength is in, you know, not deceptiveness, but certainly putting the rule over people's eyes. I think they're very clever at doing that. I think that they've got an agenda, often with the Seven of Swords energy, but they hide what that agenda is. The problem is that they, you know, whatever they do, they're afraid the weakness is acting on certain things with the Magician energy. So they'll pour this illusion into the relationship, but when it comes to acting on it, they don't act on it with the Magician energy showing here, which could then leave you dangling, because your value is probably based on what they give off as a Magician. But the problem is the overall outcome by the end of the month, going into March, Pisces, will be all is not as it seems. Magician and moons are not very good together. This is two-faced person, basically. This is a person that presents something to you, but underneath the kosh, something else is going on completely. So I just feel that you need to be careful around an individual here. I don't think that this person is necessarily bad, but I don't see anywhere for this relationship to go. And I think this is something new. You're either prospecting a person, Pisces, or you've been with them for, I think, for a short amount of time for some of you guys, okay? Let's have a look at your, let's take this, let's get some advice, actually, on this reading, on this reading. So we're going to get the Whispers of Love cards. I always forget to get these, but today I'm going to get these out. Let's just have a look, just in general, what the advice is for love for you in February. What's the advice for Pisces for love in February 2019? What is the advice for love for Pisces in the month of February 2019? Show me. Let's have a look at what your advice is. Okay. Miracles and blessing. Everything has its gift. Okay, so that's your card there. I'm just going to get what that means, because I don't know what any of these meanings are really. They're new cards. So miracles and blessings should be in alphabetical order, really. Let's have a look. Okay, what number of card is that? No, it's number 13. Let's get to number 13. So the miracle and blessings card is telling you, you drew this card because there are many miracles happening in your life right now. The angels are asking you to look at how things are. Look again. You will find that your life is filled with miracles and blessings. Reflect on who you are and your journey to this point. Recognize and accept the blessings that have occurred in your life. Situations that were not ideal brought their own gifts and lessons. Well, exactly. So if this isn't an ideal situation, you're going to learn something from it, okay? Yeah, your existence began with the spirit bark of a miracle. Continual blessings and miracles continue to show up in the smallest of ways. Be willing to receive these gifts. An ethereal goddess with flowing hair reaches to catch a leaf from the various leaves floating near her grasp. Her hair can represent thoughts or reasoning. Check in with your self-talk and beliefs. Are you open to a miracle? Be ready for the unexpected. Well, yeah, be ready for the unexpected, definitely. Okay, I don't necessarily think that this is going to work out, whoever this person is. I really don't. I'm sorry. I know it's Valentine's, but you know, shit happens and life happens, and that's it. Doesn't mean that if it's your birthday or it's Valentine's, it's woohoo. Sometimes it's just not. So I just feel that really here, something with this person isn't going to work out. I think that you're on two different trajectories and you want two kind of different things. I think you'll end up wanting more with this individual, and this person won't be able to give it to you because they're definitely keeping their options open concerning you. But be open to miracles and blessings occurring. You know, where one door closes, another one is definitely, I feel, going to open. Okay, so what we do is we charge this. This is your, this is basically your significator card. So really we want to know, are you looking, you know, are you ready for love? Because this is the Lovers card. So what we're asking is Pisces looking for love? So we're going to shuffle the cards first. And we're going to ask, is single Pisces ready for a new love? Are single Pisces ready for new love in card number 1? And we're going to lay that down there for you, okay? And then what we're going to do, Pisces, is we're going to do, for February, what's love looking like for single Pisces in February 2019. Okay. There we go. There's one there. And then what's love looking like in March 2019 for Pisces. Okay. And then we need to look at, well, what is love looking like for Pisces in April 2019? What's happening in your love lives in April 2019? Let's have a look. All right. So there we go. Right. Let's have a look then. So, are you ready for love, Pisces? No. Okay. I'm not going to say no. The Four of Cups is being selective. There's a cup here that is there, it's ready for you, love is there, but you know, and I don't think that this is a Four of Cups scenario. I really don't. I'm just gonna have a look at his face. He's looking at the Three of Cups, okay. I feel that some of you guys, I think that you're ready for love, but I feel that you are daydreaming about something else. I think that you're very selective, and I think that you have a certain ideal individual, because there's love here. If you look at that, look, there's love here. Can you see? You've got love with the Four of Cups. Can you see? You've got the cup that is right there at the back. But this person's not focusing on what's there, what they have, or what's being given. They're focusing on what they want. So on this particular deck, on this particular Druid Craft deck, it's almost like this person's looking at the Seven of Cups. It reminds me of the Seven of Cups. They're looking at the Three Cups down here. And they're kind of wistfully looking at this. But they're contemplating it. So for some of you guys, it might be, yeah, I do want love. But some of you guys, you might be afraid to have love, because maybe other relationships haven't worked out here. For some of you guys, it might be, well, yeah, I do have admirers. Because the Four of Cups, when it comes to a love reading, means, yes, you've got admirers, you've got people who are interested. However, you know, you're being selective. You're not so ready to take it. So I do feel that you guys are ready for love, but I think that you're being very selective at the moment concerning love. Now, what's happening in February concerning your love lives, Pisces? The Five of Swords. So some of you guys, it might be that you've been hurt in a relationship. But I actually think if you're single, you're not getting hurt. I actually think that this is you. I think that because remember with the tarot, you read it in an amalgamation of ways. You don't just look at the card and say, oh, well, the Five of Swords, oh, somebody's going to come in and manipulate, you know, Pisces. It's not always the way, especially if you're the one that's being selective here. I don't see how you could get manipulated with the Five of Swords. Or even hurt. I just don't see that. So I think that you're the third swordsman. I think that you're this. And I think that you're casting out anyone that doesn't serve you. Alright, I think you've got admirers. I think that you are in a place where, yes, you are. But, you know, this reading so far, in a way, Pisces, is tantamount to how clever you actually bloody well are. I do feel some of you guys, single people, are really clever. Really clever. Because you do have admirers. You've got the Four of Cups is showing that you've got admirers. Alright, but you're being selective in terms of admirers, okay? Because in February, there you are, you're the third swordsman. You won't take any prisoners. There are people that are interested in you, but I'm seeing you as the third swordsman, turning people down. So you have got admirers in February, but I feel for some of you guys, because you're so selective, you're going to be turning people down. What's going on in March? The Three of Coins. You could meet somebody through work. Somebody's watching you. Can you see how can you see how people are consistently around you? Look, that's you there, the Three of Coins. You've got people who are watching you. There's a lot of people who are admiring you, Pisces. You've got to, no wonder you're like this. Because you've got love around you, but you're being selective. And you're, in February, there are people that are showing interest in you, but you tend to cast them out. You're like, no thanks, I'm alright. No thank you. I'm seeing you just casting out lovers. People, and there's people in March that are still in, especially in work. Especially in the workplace environment for you, Pisces. You're going to have a lot of interested parties in the workplace with the Three of Pentacles. They're really going to like the way that you look as well. Can you see how these men and women are looking at the Three of Coins guy? They're looking at his body. He's really buff, isn't he? He's like, he's sculpted and everything. You know, and it's funny because you've got this cat that, I don't know what the cat is. I thought it was growling. It's not. It's just stretching. But, you know, there's people that really are admiring you. They're not just admiring you for the way that you look. They're admiring your ethics and the way that you work. You've got a lot of admirers around you in March, Pisces, coming in with that Three of Coins. It's really good. And a lot of it will be through work. And finally, in April, what's love looking like here? Well, you've got a Six of Coins. You know, the fun, see, again, it's all the hands. Look, you're this person, you're the merchant, and this is all these people here. Can you see? You're playing the field. You got lots of oh my God. Pisces, you got loads of interest. Oh my God. There are a lot of people. No wonder you're doing this. No wonder you're doing this. It's because of who you are. You are cool, one cool dude, Pisces. You really are. Because you know that you could have love like that. You know it, but you are being very, very, very selective and very clever. In February, you'll cast people out. There'll be people that show you interest, but you'll be like, no thanks, I'm not interested. I'm looking for a certain type. And then in March, again, you're getting people watching you. People like the way that you look, like the way that you work. There's a lot of interest coming in terms of your work as well. So in your employment, there's a lot of interest being shown to you in your employment as well. And then finally in April, you might just give a few people a chance. I'm seeing you probably dating a few people, giving a few people a chance just to see who works out. I'm seeing you just playing the field. So I am seeing over the next sort of 3 months, February, March and April, what I'm seeing, Pisces, is you're just going to be playing the field with love. There's going to be a lot of interest, a lot of people. You're going to have a lot of admirers. A lot of people are going to be very, very, very interested in you. All right, and you're going to be giving a few people a chance and just to see how it works out. Okay. Let's have a look then. That's it, actually. That's your reading. I'd like to say thanks ever so much for joining me. If you'd like to order a private reading, you just click on the link above, go through to my website and you can order. That way you can either purchase the reading via PayPal or it'll take you to another screen where you can purchase via debit or credit card. All right, that's your reading, my darlings. Take care. Bye-bye.